This is Himnish here. You're watching Awaken Astrology. We are back with our new video. So today we are going to talk about friends and enmity of a planet. Why a planet is considered a friend, why it's considered an enemy, and why are they neutral to each other. So in this video, I'm going to tell you things about it. So let's begin. Hello guys, so today I'm going to teach you about the planets friends and enemies, how they are mutually friends and enemies to each other. So the first group that I'm taking is the Deva group. What I mean by Deva? Deva means these planets have a significance that whatever they do it in a softer way, in a more gentle way, and in a way that is better for the humanity. On a dharma basis, right? Religious basis, they are all preach to God, they teach us good things, right? Now in the Danva group, we have the second group. This consists of Saturn, Venus, Rahu and Ketu. So first of all, you must be asking me what is Rahu and Ketu? Why are they called as planets and what are they first of all? So I will consider a new video regarding showing you what is Rahu, Ketu, how they came in existence and what are they. For now you understand they are planets, okay? They are planets just like them. Understand that. So in the first party we have Sun, Jupiter, Moon and Mars. And in the second party we have Saturn, Venus, Rahu and Ketu. Now Sun, Jupiter, Moon and Mars are dharma planets. They whatever they do it for the betterment of the humanity. While Saturn, Venus and Rahu are artha planets. That means materialistic planets. Whatever they do, the main motive behind them is for the material world to exist. Like your pleasures, like your money, your luxury, you're roaming around here and there, creating beautiful new things, electronics, gadgets, devices for all your comforts. So they are the Danava. Why Danava? Because in the Satyugas the sage told that these planets were more better for them because they show us to preach to God, to keep a good understanding between humanity and God. As a result, they were considered as the best planets. They were considered as Deva Grahas. While Danava means for them, Saturn used to pull them towards attraction towards like Madeira. They say Madeira, a word which is called as rum, beer, whatever you can say, alcohol. So Madeira, girls. So they call them, these planets are not good. They're evil planets. They take us to the wrong direction. Okay. So that's why they are called as Danava planets. So now these planets, Sun, Jupiter, Moon and Mars are best friends to each other. Like they will always support each other. Whenever Jupiter, Sun, Moon and Mars you see in conjunction or aspecting each other, I will tell you what aspect, but whenever in conjunction means they are sitting in one sign, sitting together, like they are best friend to each other. And whenever you see Saturn, Rahu, Venus, they are best friends to each other. Like Saturn, Venus and Rahu, Ketu are best friends to each other. Like, and then this party, the first group and the second group are mutually enemies to each other. Understand this concept. This is the most important concept. This party and this party do not go well with each other. Like I'm giving you an example. If in a birth chart you see Sun and Venus conjunct, now you know some problems are going to arise for the person. If you see Jupiter and Saturn conjunct, you know that the person is going to have some problems. And if you see Moon in this and any of the planets conjunct Moon, you know that something or the other will happen because they are mutual enemies to each other. They don't like each other. This represents dharma, this is artha. This Jupiter wants knowledge about God. Venus wants knowledge about sex. Venus wants the knowledge about money, comfort, luxury. So these don't go hand in hand with each other. They are mutually opposites of each other. Now there is one planet. This is Mercury. Here it's placed. This is like a neutral planet. This is very neutral. Like Mercury considers these signs as the best friend. Mercury is best friend to Saturn, Venus, Rahu and Ketu. Why? For these planets to make something in this material world, they need brains, utmost quality. Like the most basic level of brains is provided by Mercury, and Mercury loves to give them the ability to analytical abilities, the ability to think. So Mercury is very well with these planets. Now on the Deva here also, Sun and Jupiter, these two planets are only best friends to Mercury, and Mercury considers them as best friends. Okay, so you see Sun and Jupiter are best friend to Mercury and Mercury is best friend with Sun and Jupiter. Why? Because Sun and Jupiter are dharma planets. Mercury wants to give its brain to such a planet that is taking itself to God. Mercury is neutral. I told he works for them also, works for them also. But Mercury is more friendly with Saturn and Jupiter, and it's in enemy. Say like for Moon and Mars, Mercury is an enemy. Why? Why Mercury considers Moon and Mars its enemy, and why Moon and Mars consider Mercury its enemy? Because Moon is our feelings and Mercury is our brain. So you all know that feelings and brain won't work well with each other. As a result, Moon, when sitting with Mercury, the person is not able to think or the person is not able to feel, because Mercury gives, like when a person feels love, Mercury gives him the tactical ability to know that if it can break up, what can happen. So the person is afraid of being loved or being in a relationship. While if a person is thinking about something, to do something, he needs to, for example, he needs to do corruption, like he needs to give someone some money, and Moon is conjunct Mercury. So Moon is a Deva planet. It will like the feelings of the person will hindered. It will get hindered. He will feel like this is not the right thing to do. This is not the perfect thing. This is not the perfect way. So I'm not saying it's a wrong thing, but yeah, Moon and Mercury don't go well with each other. Okay, understand that. And Mars now is a warrior. It's a soldier. It's a man who wants to use knives, gun, weapons. Every fight that you see in your life, whether it be WWE, whether it be on a street, whether it be somewhere else, it's always Mars. Mars is the karka for muscles. And now if you give this person the brain to think, Mars will go mad. It will just go haywire. Mars will be impulsive now, because Mars is now getting the brains of Mercury to react on a fast basis. See, if Mars doesn't has brain, Mars is like, if Mars has no Mercurian qualities in him, Mars is a soldier who will follow the orders of the god, who follow the orders of Sun. Okay, but now if Mars is getting Mercury's brain, it will rebel Sun, because it knows what's right and what's wrong, what is going to be the consequence, what is not going to be the consequence. Now if a soldier is told that you go to a war, and the soldier thinks that if we lose, will he fight to its full ability? He will not fight. He will think something or the other in a tactical way. As a result, Mars is not good with Mercury, and Mercury considers Mars as his enemy. And Mars and Mercury are mutual enemies. So understand, Sun and Jupiter are friendly to Mercury. These planets are friendly to Mercury. But Moon and Mars are his cutter enemies. They don't like Mercury, and Mercury doesn't go well with Moon and Mars. Even sign placement wise. Okay, I will tell you later. So now we see Sun has one zodiac sign, Jupiter has two zodiac signs, Mars has two zodiac signs, and Moon has only one zodiac sign. Sun and Moon have one zodiac sign because they are the illuminaries. They are the, like you can say, the most Deva Grahas. And Jupiter and Mars have two zodiac signs because they control two zodiac signs, which I will tell you later. It's Sagittarius and Pisces, Aries and Scorpion. So whenever you see Sun in the sign of any of these signs, any, like in Jupiterian signs, Martian signs, Moon signs, or Mars in any of these signs, Jupiter in any of these signs, Moon in any of these signs, they are strong. They become strong. Sign placements wise. Only by sign placements they become strong whenever they are with each other, because they are mutual friends. And now when they know that they are going to support each other, they become strong in a way. They can give 1 point to them in the zodiac sign. In the chart, when you just try to analyze the entire horoscope, you can give 1 point to them because they are in a friendly sign. They are now getting the ability to think in their own basis. And on the other hand, when Saturn is in Venus sign, Venus is in Saturn sign, Rahu sign, Ketu sign, as a result, they are strong now. When they exchange each other's zodiac sign houses or conjunct each other, they become strong. Okay, understand that. So you can give 1 point if this kind of situation arises where you see Saturn Venus conjunct in a sign where it's a zodiac sign of Saturn, Venus, Rahu or Ketu. Now you know that they are very strong, because Saturn and Venus first of all are best friends. They are sitting together, and in one of these zodiac sign they are utmost strong. Same like if any of these two planets get conjunct and are in one of these sign, they are the strongest planet. Now I would like to take a consideration of Jupiter and Venus. Why I am taking them as considerations? Because like Jupiter is the Deva group consider Jupiter as their god. Okay, I am taking G for god, and the Danavas consider Venus as their god. Why? Jupiter is the spiritual knowledge. It is the ability to go and think out, think dharma, go religious. As a result, Jupiter is the Deva Guru. Deva Guru. While Venus is also a guru now. Venus makes him think about the materialistic world, about love, about marriage, about making money, finances, liquid cash. As a result, Venus is also a deva. It is also a deva, a guru, but for the Danavas. Understand this. Venus, Jupiter is the god for them. They all learn from Jupiter, while these planets learn from Venus. Understand? These planets learn from Venus. They consider Venus as their god because Venus is the utmost of all the materialistic thing. Venus is the karka for most of the things and all the dharmic things, religious thing. Jupiter is the karka. Jupiter is the signifactor. Karka means signification, signifactor. The Jupiter is the signifactor of religion, dharma, good, optimism, hope, and Venus is the karka for all the materialistic thing. As a result, they are the gurus. They are the gurus for this sign, and Jupiter is the guru for the devas, and Venus is the guru for the danavas. So this was just a basic concept of understanding that which planet is good with each other and which planet is neutral to each other. Okay. So hope you understand this video, and please share your thoughts if you are able to understand this, if you are not able to understand this. So please write it in the comments specifically about the parts you didn't understand, so I can know how should I make the new video. Okay. So please like, share and subscribe if you like the video, and thank you for your time and the knowledge that you gained.